right, y'all. Here we are. We back at it. So let's take up the next topic. It's NBA time. We're gonna talk NBA. Uh-oh. So I gotta ask the question.
Here we go.
All right, y'all. There has been a Meek Mill, Philadelphia 76er mania going on. I gotta ask the question. Going into the second round, is the Sixers for real or are they fake?
All right. Yo, Avery, you want me to get this one?
Go, Leaf. Let's save Avery since he's a lone Philly fan in here. That's going to bring all the bullshit. Go ahead.
Yo, so disrespectful.
The Philadelphia 76ers are for real. If y'all watched this show before, I said they would make it up to the 4th seed. They got to 3rd. And this team is for real. I think this team will make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Thanks.
I'm going to have to agree with Leaf. I think this team is for real. I think they can go as high as the Eastern Conference Finals and possibly higher depending on what happens in some of the other series.
Yeah, facts to what he just said.
I think Philly's definitely for real. And I think going forward, they are going to be a problem in the East for some time to come. But I guess me saying that makes me a Philly fan because I can recognize talent on the team.
Well said, Beggs.
Yo, you should move to Philly. Go ahead, man.
First of all,
Bob Wire.
I want to address a couple of things. Firstly, ladies and gentlemen.
What's all the faces for, man?
I want you to zoom in on this too. First of all, I don't like the word fake. All right, I don't like fake.
Boy, here we go.
Yeah. There's a lot of fake things.
Let me finish, please. Sir.
Hair's fake.
Thank you.
I'll let you know.
Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? To use the Philly reference, are you done?
I don't like the word fake. Mm-hmm. The reason why I don't like the word fake, because it comes off as if they're not contenders. Everybody, for the most part, has played a regular season, and they have made it and qualified for the playoffs. Anybody in the playoffs technically is a contender. All right? Let's call it like that. So I don't think you can call them fake. I think they are definitely real, and they are contenders, yes. But the conversation, and I can switch it because I don't give a crap, this conversation of them being fake if they don't beat the next team is invalid. They're a team that they've had expectations here to start the season. Obviously, the expectations have gone higher because they won 16 straight. They've played better. They've gelled. And now everybody's like, oh, they're the next best thing since sliced bread. Now, okay. Yes, because you referenced earlier the media. Just want to make sure. That was your reference.
I didn't say all the media.
Oh, okay.
This is literal. You know. Okay.
I hate this.
I didn't say all the media.
But anyway,
go ahead.
So yes, I think they're real. However, let's not anoint them yet. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm a Philly fan. No, that's not being Bob Wire. That's not being on the fence.
I understand what you're saying, Avery. Avery, I got you. I got you.
Avery doesn't want to jump out the window and then be disappointed.
He jumped out the window. So
Bob Wire.
So wait. So you don't want to anoint them, but at the same time they are real. And if they fall short of expectations, it was because no one thought that they was going to get that far anyway. So there is no slippery slope for them.
I'll let somebody else.
I don't know where you're going with that. I understand Avery's point. He's just saying, let's not anoint this team as the next best thing.
So if they lose in this second round, would that make them fake?
No. How do you get the fake?
Okay.
How do you get the fake?
Let me clear it.
Because people have
contenders. If you feel that they are contenders,
I got this, Mark.
And they don't win, were they pretenders then?
Listen, I'm going to answer your question right now. I'm answering your question.
I'm waiting. Go ahead.
Because what I think what's happening is the way we're looking at the word fake. You're hearing fake and you're like, they're a fake team. I think he means that they didn't achieve what they were supposed to. Right. So that's what I think he means by fake.
What I think
I think that's where we're getting the disconnect.
Absolutely.
That's what I think that's what's happening.
That. I don't like the word fake.
Pretender, fraud is all in the same.
Yeah, but you
can't fraud. You can't call a team a fraud.
Why you can't call a team fraud? I could call OKC fraud. Would anybody have a problem with
OKC? Hold on. OKC was projected to do much better than they are right now.
And so is Philly.
Listen, Philly has already exceeded. If we go,
exceeded whose expectation?
Listen to what I'm saying, Leaf, before you go out there. OKC at the beginning of the season, what were they projected to do?
We ain't talking about the beginning of the season.
I'm talking about now. Let me finish my point.
Because you're talking about now. It's where you are now. We're not talking about the beginning of the season. You have exceeded that expectation. You got past that already. We know that already.
Really?
Now, you are in the second half of the season. This is where you are. So you sit there and say, if everything is on the regular season, then you have to lose.
You need the regular season to qualify for the playoffs. What don't you understand?
You got that expectation.
I got something.
So they're in Miami. Everybody else is fakes.
Yeah, they were. We know they weren't going anywhere. On our way here, we're listening to the radio, and what was being said on the radio, Banks?
I don't remember.
Philly, Eastern Conference Finals, could possibly make it to the finals, and they are the next team up. This is going to be so. That's where if they don't make it to where people see them going, you're
again. Hold on. This was exactly. This was my Avery.
This is how it works. Avery don't act brand new now.
No,
exactly. This is how it works. No. This is how it works.
That's not what I'm saying.
Don't do that now.
That's what I'm saying.
Can I say something? Hold on. Because this was my point earlier today. Were the Yankees fake because they didn't make the World Series?
Yeah, of course, the expectation was once they got to the playoffs, they had a great run getting into the playoffs. Yes, because you let everybody down thinking you would get to the World Series.
Hold on. You did not let anybody down.
For what?
You did not. Hold on.
Blasphemous.
Hold on.
Fake, fraud, unreal. What other word? What
Hold
other
on.
word you want to use?
Hold on.
I'm taking Philly seriously. That should be the conversation.
Yes.
Are we taking that?
I agree with that. Yes.
Contender. Seriously, what's the difference?
I think
The difference is you can't call a team a fraud that your expectations weren't here for from
Why
the
you can't
beginning.
admit when you say that?
Call them a fraud.
Who called them a fraud?
I got them as a contender.
When did they get here?
He said that they're fake if they lose.
When did the
But I get what he's saying though, because people have them. If they lose to
when did the
Boston,
expectations get here?
16 games. After that 16 game.
nah, I was before that, bro.
No, it wasn't. We were 25-25. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I agree with
Don't
that.
do that.
You
Don't start about my team now.
You be at
I can
work.
tell you about my team.
You be at work. I'll be at home. I'll be at home watching TV. You be at work.
the Sixers, B. I've seen every game.
So let me ask you a question.
And I'm looking at the damn camera, okay?
Let me ask you a question.
Don't get me crazy
When
up
did the
here.
expectations get there?
I told you, we got on a 16-game winning streak after
Right.
Joel Embiid went down.
Right.
We got the 3rd seed.
Right.
Shout out.
LeBron faltered
that?
down the stretch.
Right.
Nobody's talking about that.
Go ahead.
Indiana lost down the stretch.
Go ahead.
Look at the East and what the East did down the stretch.
After knocking off the Heat 4-1.
That's Philly fault. Now we fake? 'Cause y'all losing?
I ain't saying, first thing is this. Y'all gonna win? Are y'all gonna win? Are you gonna win the second round? That's why you on the fence, because you know if they fall, you want to have a short drop.
I agree with that.
Have a short drop.
Okay, that's
Hold
fine.
on. Hold on.
Let me answer that.
All that is.
Let me answer
Sitting
that.
here front.
This is what. First of all, this is what y'all do. Y'all see a car, y'all say it's dope. Before you drive it, before you test drive it, I don't do that. I make an assessment, and I say I've watched my team all year. I've seen my team blow leads. Follow me. I've seen my team blow leads. I've seen my team go into offensive lags. I've seen it all season.
Your team got a 7-game season right now.
I temper.
Your team got a 7-game season right now.
People, let me break down Avery.
Hold on. I had something to say.
Avery, you know this is you, right?
Hold on. I had something to say.
That's like saying, yo, the Knicks gonna win a championship next year. Well, that's ridiculous. That's stupid. You don't jump on your team and say, yo,
Can I say something? Can I get a word in?
Of course it is. What does that mean?
What's the expectations in this 7-game season?
My expectation is that my team is gonna come out and we're gonna win that series. That's my expectation.
So if they don't do that, what would they be then?
If they don't do that, guess what? I understand because it's still a young team.
This ain't a mad problem.
Yo, he's the same guy that said if Utah loses, they're fake. Good night.
If Utah do lose in the next round,
They're not fake.
look at me tonight.
If Utah loses, they're not fake. Mark, I totally disagree with that.
Come on, man. I had no money.
Because Utah had no expectations. Utah had no expectations. Now there's expectations on Philly. There's expectations I have for myself on Philly. You feel me?
I got you.
But what y'all need to understand with Avery is, Avery plays the middle all the time.
No,
he does it with all his teams.
He drives home in the middle lane.
Y'all are ridiculous with that. Here's why y'all are ridiculous.
So Avery, you don't believe that they can make it?
Here's why I do.
I ask you questions, yes or no.
Do I believe that they can make what?
The Eastern Conference Finals.
I do believe that they can make it. But if they don't, I won't be shocked. They're a young team. They're a young team.
Once again, I think we're talking about
They got
semantics.
that movie come out next month, The Pretenders.
Nah, you wrong on that one though.
Oh my God.
They for real.
That's Mark trolling. That's Mark trolling right now.
If they lose,
we are talking about semantics. We are talking about semantics, people. That's all we're talking about. Look, if Philly makes it to the Eastern Conference Finals, I would not be surprised. If they lose to Boston in the next round, I'm not surprised either.
So it's no
That's not
lose on
playing.
them then. So
What are you
they have
talking
no,
about?
they have
Hold
no
on.
pressure, period.
Hold on.
No, am I right or
First of
wrong?
all,
Utah ain't got no pressure. Y'all just said
I'm
that.
talking about Philly. Don't keep throwing Utah in there.
But we're
I'm
talking about your
don't
team.
have no
Oh my
pressure
God.
on them. Win, lose, or
Y'all got
draw.
it, man. Y'all got it.
They're
Go ahead.
good.
Y'all got it.
Win, lose, or draw, Philly is good.
I gotta agree.
No, that's
I gotta agree with. Now finish your point.
That's all.
You
Look, all
gotta
I
pick the
keep
mic
trying
up.
to say. All I keep trying to say is, yo, they're a young team. Yo, you're not expecting them to go as far. If they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, it would be surprising. If they don't, you're like you're
They're the
disappointed.
favorite to get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mark, would you shut
As
the
of
hell
right
up?
now.
Shut up! Shut up!
now.
You can't handle the truth. That's all it is. If you can't handle it, that's on you.
I mean,
Listen,
if you don't want to speak loud in there,
How in the world can you be touted the favorite to go to the Eastern Conference Finals and then you lose?
Can I ask you a question?
You know, I wasn't surprised.
Can I ask you a
I didn't
question?
say I wasn't
Can I
surprised.
ask you
I said
a
I'd be
question?
disappointed.
This
That's
is
all I said.
completely
That's what I
ridiculous.
said. I said
Let me.
you'd be
I'm gonna throw
slightly
this out there.
disappointed.
I'm gonna throw this out there. So any team that makes it to the playoffs that has some expectation and loses is fake. I just want to make sure I'm clear with that.
That has always been the narrative.
That's been your narrative.
Always
That's
been
been Mark the narrator narrative.
That narrative never
Whose
changed.
narrative is that?
Avery, I
All of a
think you're
sudden it
taking.
changes.
I think you're taking the word.
I agree with that. Fake.
wrongly.
I
I
told
think
you
you're
that.
taking
I
that
said
wrong.
that.
No.
I said that.
No,
I
he's
said
taking
that.
it right because he's being fake right
No.
now.
He's
He's being fake right now.
No. Mark is
You
being
know what I'm saying?
ridiculous.
Put a wig on him.
Mark is being ridiculous. That's
Come
what he's
on,
doing.
man.
Marcus
The
created.
word.
Marcus created this segment
Come on.
this morning. He created this segment this morning on his damn computer and on his phone, and he brought it here tonight just to make it good TV for you guys. And that's what's happening
I hope
right
y'all
now.
enjoy
And I
it.
think it's great. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
That's
man.
what it is. I ain't mad at you.
Yo,
dude.
listen. If Philly does not make it to the Eastern Conference
They fake.
Finals, I
Ben
am.
Simmons is a fraud.
I am surprised.
Okay, but
I
are
am
they fake? Are
surprised
they
and I'm
fake?
disappointed.
Are they? Don't do
Hold
that.
on.
Don't do that, Leaf. You're great.
Right.
Okay,
Okay,
listen. I'm about to call it. I'm about to switch the word. If they don't make it, I'm gonna say that they were a pretender this year because there's no.
How are they pretenders?
Listen,
Yo, we
because
gonna-
you're
hold on,
supposed to be
hold on,
Boston.
hold on. Let's come back.
They're supposed to be Boston.
We'll do two on this. We'll be right
Let's
back.
go, Zoe.
Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. Yo, here we are. We back at it. Segment number 2 on this.
Wildin', let's
That's
go.
right. We're
Banks
gonna
is
talk
stressed
about
over here.
The fake pretenders, unreal.
Let's call them pretenders. Let's just call them pretenders.
Why? Because he don't like the word fake?
Let's
Come
just
on,
call them
man, really?
pretenders.
Yo,
Are they contenders
yo,
or
please,
pretenders? What's up?
Finish your point, man. Go ahead.
My point is, I expect Philly to beat Boston, and if Philly does not beat Boston, to me that is a problem.
Without Kyrie Irving.
Without Kyrie, I mean, yo, listen, Boston best players.
What's
right
the problem
now,
with that, Leaf?
what?
What's the problem with that? You said that is a problem. Like,
The problem
what
is
punishment are they going to receive?
No, it's no punishment.
I
It's
can
no
tell you right now, I'm
punishment.
calling
But
fraud
they're
all
gonna
year.
fall. They're gonna fall short of what I expect and what other people expect from them.
But
when you're on this roll right now, and the talent they have, and the way they are playing, and the injuries that Boston is going through, missing their best player,
Two
and
players.
Boston also has young players that is gonna be their first time in that same spotlight.
Word,
Yeah.
outside of Tatum, who else? Word.
We just said Jalen Brown didn't
He
play
was
that
there
much.
last year.
We
They was
just
in
said
the
he didn't play
conference
that
He said
much.
he's young. He said they have young players.
Young
not
players.
just their first time.
And they didn't make it to the East.
Embiid,
They're going to be
hold
the
on.
second round.
Embiid has been in the league 4 years now, so he's not young if that's the case.
I'm talking about. Don't do that.
now
Don't
here
do
we
that.
go.
I'm talking about
Now
playoff
we about to
experience.
take out-
See what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you lose my
Oh,
train of thought.
Anytime you talking about Philly,
Y'all made me lose my train of thought.
Oh no,
Can I
we can't talk
can I
about
finish my
Philly.
point? So I think Philly is supposed to win that series, hands down.
Okay.
Philly's supposed to win that series.
Okay.
And if they don't, I'm gonna be. You don't gotta be disappointed. I'm gonna be disappointed.
Listen, I'm a fan. I'm gonna be disappointed, of course, absolutely.
Now,
But
you
I'm
already set yourself
but
up.
This is the science with
No,
y'all.
listen.
Y'all expect me to jump out the window just because
No, we
I'm
don't
a
want you
Philly
jumping out the
fan
window.
and say, yo, I'm not a Knick fan like y'all. I don't jump out the window
We don't want
and
you
say,
jumping out
yo,
the window.
Phil Jackson is the greatest to come
don't want
here.
you jumping out
I don't
the
jump
window.
out the window and say, yo,
We want you
Carmelo
here.
was never to blame. Y'all do
want you
that.
here.
I don't do that.
We want you
That was
here.
a shot. I'm sorry. It was an emotional shot.
Yo, we want you here.
What?
We want you here. We
Anyway,
don't, yo,
listen,
please don't.
y'all jump out the window with that.
Come on, man,
I'm
stop
making
it, man.
just because I don't
sitting on
debate
the
like
fence.
y'all
You
can't be
sitting on the
mad at me.
fence. That's all
No,
you
I don't
doing.
sit on the
I
fence.
get your
It's
point.
I make assessments. I watch. Yo, listen. Let me ask y'all
You
this.
just said you don't sit
Can
on
I
the
ask you
fence.
this? Can I ask y'all this?
He said he sit
Let me
on the
ask y'all this. We are all Cowboy fans, right?
Not-
we all have
No, we're
different.
not.
all
No, we're
okay,
not.
sorry,
Don't do
man.
that. Don't do that.
Man, we all have
Philly
different
fan.
opinions on Dak.
Womp,
We have different
womp,
opinions on Dez,
womp.
right? Based off assessment. Do you throw Dak out the window? You don't like Dak particularly, Leaf. You don't like
talking
Dak
about the Cowboys right now.
because it's
he's making a point. He's
assessment.
making
That's
a
my
strong point. He made a
point.
strong
You don't
point.
jump out the window and say Dak is going to lead the league in passing. Now, when Dak had that big year and he didn't win the Super Bowl, was he fake?
Now, let me blow
Good
it up.
point, Avery.
No, let me blow it up.
But guess who thought he was?
Hold up. Let me blow it up.
Watch.
Yo, Leaf, let me ask you a question.
Mind you, before he
Let me
says what he
ask you a
says,
question,
because
Leaf.
I'm going to set him up before
Leaf.
he's blowing me up.
Leaf.
I mentioned a player, not a team.
Leaf, let me ask you a question. When the Cowboys was 13-3, who had them going far and deep into the playoffs? Anybody sitting here? Anybody else?
Us two.
Okay. Now, when they lost to Green Bay, do you think Avery said that they weren't per attendance? They weren't fake?
This is a completely ridiculous. You're not even making the point. Are they fake?
Okay.
Are they fake? I'm asking you, fake man. Are they fake?
Yes, they was fake because they hyped us up and they fell short. You talking about it and you agree.
I got a question.
And you
Hold on.
agree.
I'm gonna ask Banks a question. Banks.
Talking about.
You feel that all right with a team being young, and I'm gonna use the Cowboys. That year when the Cowboys won, they went 13-3 and then they lost to Green Bay. Did you think they were fake or you thought they were contenders?
I never thought the Cowboys was contenders, but I'm willing to take the fact that I'm a Giants fan in it. But even when they were 13-3, I didn't think nothing during that 13-3 run made me say that they were head and shoulders above anybody.
Yo, let me say it right now.
You can't call a team
Avery
fake.
was
You
in my
can't call a
apartment
team
when they
fake.
lost
Hold
that
on.
game.
But the team's not
Okay.
fake. You can't call a team fake.
Can we get
Let's get back.
I ain't calling fake.
on track?
All right, so
That's not the word I use.
all right, so let's
I'll say, yo, they
hold
not
on.
real, they not
Hold on,
real.
y'all, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right,
So let's
leave.
go
Let's
to
go
the
back
other
to
team.
it.
Let's
Let's
go
go back
can
to
I
it.
go- can I
The
go
word
back to
fake.
that?
The word fake. He has a
I have a
problem.
problem with. I admitted that.
That's what
I admitted that.
That's
I admitted that.
But let me ask you a question. What is unreal? If something is unreal, is it not fake?
I don't take them seriously. That's not fake.
Let me ask you something.
You don't take something seriously. That's fake.
Yo, if
you
your
say
Jordans
it's fake
isn't
right
unreal,
now,
if your
I'm not
Jordans
taking it
is
seriously.
unreal, Leaf, are they fake?
28 from Broadway.
All right, that's all I want to know.
That's a reference I used earlier. OKC.
Let me ask you a question.
OKC is 28
So
from Broadway.
not taking somebody seriously and fake is the same thing.
If
I
you
just
don't-
want to make sure.
If you call them unreal, they're fake.
I'm asking you, not taking somebody seriously
Where did
and
that
calling somebody
come
fake is
from?
the same thing.
Because you take
Can I say something, please?
Am I right or wrong?
Can I
Let
say
Banks talk,
something,
y'all.
please? Because look, I think what we're talking about here is levels of disappointment. So now, if Philly doesn't make the next round against Boston, are you disappointed, somewhat surprised? Absolutely. Are you as surprised as if Cleveland doesn't get out of this round against Indiana?
Are you talking about you or are you talking about everybody
I'm
else?
talking about in general. If Philly goes out and loses to Boston, there's going to a lot of people like, well, I thought they were the favorite. I thought they were going to do better. But they'll be back in the near future. If LeBron and the Cleveland Cavaliers lose this round, we're talking about
Yes! Yes!
No, you know what the narrative is
respect
gonna be,
that, Mark.
You know what the narrative is going to be? The narrative is going to be later on with his legacy. LeBron took this team this far. That's
still, okay.
not in the first round. Not
I'm
losing in
just
the
saying,
first
that's
round.
Hold up.
Good.
If they lose in the first round, we know the narrative. He didn't have the players. But if he makes it past, if he makes it to the finals, the narrative is he could take any 4 or any 12 to.
But he
to the
ain't
finals.
fake.
But wait, let me ask you a
But he
question.
ain't fake.
Leaf.
You knew.
But he ain't fake.
You know I wanted. What's up, bro?
Leaf.
But he
What's
ain't
up?
fake.
What's up? What's
Let me
up?
ask you a
Talk to
question. So, Philly right now is expected to go where?
Me?
Yeah,
My
no.
opinion?
No, in general.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Eastern Conference Finals, easy, right? At least getting to the finals.
So we talking about
Yes.
easy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm
so
saying.
if they don't get there, then it's no big deal. And you know what? We wasn't.
Oh, no, I'm not
surprised.
saying that. You heard what I said already.
No, I got you because here's the funny part about it. If this was any other team, the narrative would be totally different. Because we got Mr. Philly over here, the narrative is totally changed. Because all of a sudden
Really?
now, using the word fake
Really?
is wrong.
Really?
We can't use fake. We can't
Really?
use fraud.
Interesting. I mentioned the Pelicans. I mentioned Utah. But you still
Pelicans
for mentioning
has
that.
ramped up expectations after beating the Blazers and sweeping them.
Mark
Their
the narrator
expectation
said
is higher.
that
Am I
the
right or wrong?
Pelicans are fake if they lose.
So
Mark the narrator-
hold on. So the Pelicans are fake now if they lose to Golden State.
That's what this guy
The
said.
narrative have been moved. They don't have Curry right now. If they go out there and they get
Just answer my
swept.
question.
I'm going to answer it for you. If they get swept by the Curryless Warriors,
Curry's back for the next round.
Don't do that.
Not
You just try to throw that semantic
Might
in there.
miss like the first
No,
three.
the main-
You just said
First
swept. You
three.
just said swept. Don't throw that in there. If they lose,
If they lose again against the Curryless Warriors,
they're
yes.
fake. They're fake.
Yes. You just swept the Blazers. The Blazers was
Can I
the
say
favorite.
something,
You
guys?
swept the favorite. You telling me
Can I say
that
something?
now?
But this is why they
Can I say
can't be
something?
fake, because even without Curry, they're still not the favorites to win that series. Go ahead, Avery.
Can I say something?
I
This
feel like the
goes back
teacher
to
today.
my point of experience and inexperience that y'all seem not to take y'all take for granted. Is Kerr a championship coach? Does he still have players on his team? What has Alvin Gentry done to show you that the Pelicans should beat Golden State outside of Anthony Davis?
They just swept the Blazers.
And what is
Who the Blazers?
We're asking you, Mark. The Blazers are fake.
Who was the favorite? Who was the favorite in that series?
Because you're
Hold on,
the
just
favorite.
answer the question. Who was the favorite in the series? I'm asking a question.
Hold on.
Blazers are the
There's
favorites.
another question we have to ask before you ask that. Because
Did anybody
Because two
expect them
people
to get swept? Did anybody expect them to get
No,
swept?
but I did pick the Pelicans to win that. I picked the Pelicans to win that series.
I had them going in 5, maybe 6.
Listen
but I
again.
didn't think they was gonna get
No
swept.
one thought they was going to get swept. When you sweep a team like that, the expectation raises.
So what's the
Now,
expectation for
because-
the Pelicans now? What is your expectation?
They gotta
They
beat
go to the
Golden State when they
WCF.
fake.
They go into the Western Conference Finals.
They should be able to beat the Warriors the way they just finished playing. The way
Okay.
they look, they should be able to beat
Or
the
they
Warriors.
fake, right?
I guess not. Nah.
Are they fake?
Nah.
No, don't do that. I like your energy.
Until now,
They're fake?
is this narrative changed? Any other time? This has always been a conversation that we've held.
We had this with
Any
LeBron.
other time.
We had this
Yes,
with
we did.
LeBron.
Yes, we did. Don't even.
So LeBron and the Cavs have been fake?
Don't front.
Has LeBron been fake
Don't
for losing all of
front.
those championships?
If LeBron,
I want an
if-
answer. I need an answer.
Let me say
Is
this
LeBron
right now.
fake for losing
Let
those
me ask you a
championships?
question.
It's gonna be
If
interesting.
the Warriors wouldn't have gotten to the finals last year with Durant, would they have been fake? Oh wow! The silence tells me everything.
Absolutely.
The silence tells me everything.
No, I
absolutely what?
Again, I will repeat. I
Shit,
don't
here
like.
we go into experience. Let's go.
I don't like the word fake. I already told you that.
Mark,
Okay.
game
I don't
one,
like the word fake.
Golden State is an 8-point favorite.
I don't like the word
And
fake.
they're gonna be favored throughout this whole
Fake is
season.
not the word you use.
I'm not saying no.
Fake is not the
Answer
word
the
you use.
question.
So-
Hold on. As I asked the
So
question.
you can't
if
say
Durant-
that. You can't say that.
With Durant going with the Warriors, if they would have lost and not made
They'd
it
have
to
been
the
phony as
finals,
hell.
would they have been? Who's
disagreeing with that? 28
But
on the road.
that's what we comparing.
asking
Durant
you-
on the Warriors, and that's what I want to know. I want to know Durant on the Warriors and Anthony Davis and the Pelicans. That's the same. That's the same narrative. That's the same narrative.
The same
That's the same narrative.
With anybody else, the same narrative worked.
You know, the funny thing is that Mark doesn't drink. But if I didn't know better, I would think he was drunk right now. But Mark does
Probably the
not
pain
drink.
pills.
Must
He
be.
wildin'. He wildin'
Must
right
be.
now. He
He's
wildin'.
wildin', man.
When the big three formed,
My God, right here, man.
and when the big three
Mark the
struggled,
narrator, son.
let me ask you a
My
question:
God, son.
was people calling them fake?
What big three?
The Miami
Talking
Heat.
about the Miami Heat one.
Oh, they were fake when they struggled?
No, I said when they struggled, was people calling them fake?
I don't
They wasn't
remember
calling
that.
them fake. They
I don't
was just
remember
saying
that.
that
I
they're
just
not
saying,
playing well.
yeah, they're not. I
They're
remember
not
that. I
playing
remember
well.
they're
I
not
remember
playing
they
well.
called them fake.
I remember they're not playing well, and I remember that they need to get it together.
Yeah, I
That's what
remember that.
hearing
I don't
that.
remember no one calling them fake.
So let's take it another step. If they didn't get to the finals, what was going to be said?
They would've got
They
laughed at.
fake, man.
Oh, okay.
They got laughed at when they didn't win the final.
I'm just checking.
I just think the word is
If was a fit, we'd all be
I
drunk.
get it. So the word bothers me.
Hold on, but no,
I admit it. The
Mark
word
had-
bothers me.
Get it.
I understand what he's trying
you know
to
who's
say.
fake. You know who's fake? All them Clippers teams before was fake.
Who's on those Clippers
So
teams?
wait, look,
Who's on those Clippers teams
You're
though?
talking about guys that have
CP, Blake
experience.
The point guard?
Yeah.
The point guard?
Shit he doing right now, though.
Or unreal. Fake
Sure it does.
The experience has
Sure it
nothing to
does.
do with it. It's the
Experience,
expectations
what you
you
doing
fall
now?
to.
Yo, you win 73 games. You can argue that Golden State was a fraud, right? Because they lost after winning 73 games, right?
That's what was
right.
said.
But look at what you expected those guys to do that. You expected Golden State to be great. You expect LeBron to be there every year. You expected
That's what
OKC
experience.
at the beginning of the year to be
Facts.
there. You expect
That's why I
Houston
call
to
them
be in the
experience.
Eastern Conference.
Experience.
Don't let me start preaching now. Give
But
me-
hold on, Avery. Also tell my expectations of Philly when you point at me and say that.
That's what you expect. That's your expectation. I'm a fan. I temper my expectation because I know my team. I watch them night in and night out. No, I watch them night in and night out. Like I said.
This is Nate, though. Snare and hard kick. This is it. The cocaine and the crack. They all sound the same to me.
There's a war going on outside. No man is safe from.